Hello and welcome to another game from the Northwest Community Television Vault. It's Classic 12 Sports. This week we go back to March of 1987 for the Region 5 AA Boys Basketball Championship game between Park Center and Minneapolis North. The North Polars came in as the heavy favorites. They were undefeated and had won the region championship 7 years running, back at a time when there were just two classes for basketball, AA for the big schools and Class A for the smaller enrollment schools. Meanwhile, Park Center came into the region final with a 13-9 record. 2 seasons earlier, North beat Park Center in the 1985 Region 5 AA championship game. But this was a special night for the Pirates as they battled the Polars in what would be the final basketball game played in the old Minneapolis Auditorium. Let's go back to our original game telecast of this one from March 21st, 1987, and our announcers Jim Skelly and Joe Robaglia.
Jim Skelly and Joe Robaglia all set for this Region 5 AA championship game. The North Polars and Park Center Pirates. A rematch of 2 years ago here, the same floor, two totally different teams on the floor tonight. Take a look at the starters for these teams. John Nelson, number 21, and number 23, Terry Willis at the guards. Mike Miller and Mike Polamy at the forwards, and Mark Metcalf, the center for Park Center, number 55. Derek Rubin and Marvin Singleton, guards for the North Polars. Rubin, number 40, and Singleton, hold it now, I got this down wrong. Anyway, it's Riley, Wade, and Bannister rounding out the pack for North. Wendy Ring in the middle of his Park Center Pirate huddle, getting things set. And Wendy looking as good as ever, the boutonniere. Tony Queen, who reserves a room in downtown St. Paul every year. So it seems, taking his Minneapolis North Polars to the state tournament for 7 consecutive years. And we're about ready to get this one started. It's Bannister winning the tip for North. Rubin inside quickly, and North is on the board first. Number 34, Roderick Wade. And just as we thought, Joe, North coming out with some full court pressure, three-quarter court pressure.
It's a zone, 1-2-1-1, three-quarter court.
John Nelson controlling the basketball. They get it inside to Metcalf, tipped out of bounds by Wade. It'll be Park Center's basketball.
Jim, one of the key things we talked about earlier in our pregame show, it's really important that Park Center does not turn the ball over into quick buckets for the North Polars. North scores a lot off their defense. It's okay to have turnovers, but you don't want them to get quick 6 to 8 points off you in a very, very short period of time. And there's one of them right there.
As soon as Terry Willis touches it, it's an over and back violation. North will pick up the basketball.
Now I mean, any turnover is a bad turnover, but that wasn't too bad because it wasn't really converted into a bucket. A very easy bucket.
Not
North's
yet,
gonna have
anyway.
to work. That's correct.
Bannister spinning around and scoring, Dan Bannister. And now North out to a quick lead, 4-0. Nelson looking for Miller, gets it up to him as they cross the timeline. Miller tries to get it over there for Polamy, and it's kicked by Marvin Singleton. A lot of talk about this guy, Singleton, number 40.
He looks like a man, James.
Here's Polamy from the corner, hitting for Park Center. They're on the board.
Well, that's a big plus. Mike Polamy, not noted for his outside shooting. If he can hit that 15 to 18-foot jump shot, that's going to be a real big plus for the Park Center Pirates tonight. Park Center in their traditional 2-3 zone. Once again, they do a nice job. The key here in this 2-3 zone is that Park Center's got to box out and block off real quick on a miss. Because the moment the ball goes up, all 5 North Polars are going to the ball and going to the boards real strong.
Here's Riley's shot falling off. Polamy there with the board, and Willis up quickly with it for Park Center.
Willis has really improved over the year. He's done a real nice job on his ball handling.
Miller gets it inside to Metcalf. Blocked by Bannister. That's the first attempt by Metcalf tonight.
Well, Bannister's a major league player.
And Marvin Singleton. It's a 6-2 lead now for North. I guess what I'm saying, Joe, is the first time you go up and the guy's right in your face like that, that's got to be work on your mind a little bit.
The game right now, the pace of this game favors North.
Palamy shot short.
It's probably not the shot that Park Center wanted at that time.
Quickly up to Singleton, out of bounds, and Park Center will get it back.
Jim, I hate to begrudge the point. We talked about tempo. Tempo will be very, very important. Park Center and Wendy Ring's coaching staff wants this game in the 50s. If this game gets up in the 60s and 70s, it's going to favor North Polars.
Goaltending the call, and the basket will come to John Nelson.
Let's take a look at that. Well, I thought it was going on the way up, Jim. That's a
called
tough
by the
call.
backside official. Was called by the man furthest away from the action. And actually, Mike Miller will get credit for the basket.
But that was just a good display of Bannister's athletic ability. There's Terry Willis with a push out on Bannister. It's a good call.
And Willis will be called with the foul, number 23. That's the first foul of the basketball game. Singleton from the corner can't convert. Wade can't make it. Now Wade gets his own rebound and puts it in. 8-4 the lead now for Minneapolis North. Miller with the basketball. Willis, that's long range, and he cans it.
That was an NBA three-pointer.
It's a two-point ball game. Riley picks up the basketball. Singleton, he hasn't been hot yet, and Palamy comes down with the rebound. Palamy off and running. He's stripped to the basketball.
Dunk.
Derek Rubin.
Nope.
10 points now for North. We're 4 minutes into this basketball game.
Jim, this pace is too quick for Park Center.
Palamy, a 15-footer, rolls around and in. 4 points now for Mike Palamy, 8 for Park Center. Inside to Singleton. He's fouled. That's Metcalf's first foul of the ball game.
The North Polars are very, very active. Let's take a look at that. Singleton being fouled by Metcalf. The North Polars are very, very active in their zone offense. A lot of flashing to the high post, movement.
Foul shot missed. Marvin Singleton, about a 6'5" player for Minneapolis North.
Singleton is not a great outside shooter, but he's a physical specimen. And he can really do a lot of damage inside.
Here's Willis, misses the chippy. And controlled by North, and they're off and running. A 2-point lead. Rubin pulls up. Singleton throws it inside off a North player. No, they say no one touched it.
The outside official had it going Park Center's way, and they reversed the call.
So the Pirates will get it. Tony Queen doesn't like that one.
You betcha. Tony Queen doesn't like that one.
Here's Park Center. Miller better get it across the timeline there, and does. Palamy gets it back for Miller, and Willis will set it up. 3:24 to go, first quarter. They can tie it here.
Oh, Bannister got it. He got that shot. Tremendous athlete, Dan Bannister.
Riley loses the basketball, and it's Park Center's again. North is giving Park Center a lot of opportunities right now.
That particular block, Jim, will play with your mind. You think you're wide open on that, and he comes out with his 30-plus vertical, and he just gets it and swats it.
And there'll be a foul called here on Roderick Wade, sending Mike Polamy to the free throw line.
Let's take a look at that foul. Wade definitely got Mike. Mike going to the line, shooting two. It's a nice shot of Mike. Mike's had a tremendous year for the Park Center Pirates, averaging over 20 points. Mike maybe not quite the physical specimen as a Singleton or Dan Bannister, but in their own right as a 6'3" player, does a great job at getting open inside, does a great job on the offensive and defensive board.
Riley getting it up for Singleton. Now Riley looking inside for Bannister, the alley-oop.
There's really not much you can do to defend that, Jim. That's just a big-time play. Good pass, good look.
And it's a three-point ball game. Miller inside, an alley-oop for Polamy, puts it to the floor, and Metcalf trying to go over Riley. They let him play, and Singleton picks it up. Out quickly for Roderick Wade. Miller the only one back. Wade slipped on the foul, and perhaps that was not the thing to do. He was called for a foul, and I don't think contact was even made.
No, I think that might have been called on a reach in, Jim. I don't know if we got it. Let's see. Oh, this is the Bannister's tip-in. Oh, very nice. Good recognition by the North Polars.
From the corner, Singleton. It rolls around. Bannister's going to be called over the back.
Over the top. I think that's okay. I think Park Center would be happy to see Singleton shooting that shot all night. He is not a great outside shooter. North with their pressure, constant pressure. Now they fall back in their 2-3.
Here's Miller. Willis, 2 minutes to play, first quarter. Miller pops one from the outside. Mike Miller, boy, everyone from Park Center seems to be hot. They were cold early on, but now they've really come on.
That's a big plus. If Mike Miller can hit that shot, that's a big plus for the Park Center Pirates.
Here's Riley, gets it over there for Rubin. Derek Rubin driving high off the glass.
There's a foul on Singleton. There's a good example of what we talked about earlier. Anytime the ball goes up on the offensive end for North, they are crashing. There it is. Let's take a look at that. You see Singleton coming in? The bad news there for Park Center, there was a poor block out. And we said that's a key. Park Center's got to block out. Game getting a little ragged right now, Jim.
A 1-point ball game with a minute 5 seconds to go, first quarter. Singleton, Rubin from the corner can't hit. And the smallest man on the floor, John Nelson, comes down with the rebound. Polamy, a 15-footer, doesn't go. Mike Miller with the rebound. Park Center can take the lead. Polamy in position, gets the basket. Mike Polamy has 7 points in this first quarter, and Park Center has the lead. North may be going for one shot.
Looks that way, Jim. Boy, the Park Center fans are really excited right now, and they should be. They're ahead, 13-12.
And they've outplayed North here. All their shots have been falling, and North can't really buy a basket here in the last couple of minutes. 15 seconds, the wheels are in motion. Singleton, Riley moving in. He gets it, 6 seconds to go. Park Center will still have a shot. Nelson will travel at the buzzer. So an entertaining 8 minutes of basketball, and at the last 10 seconds, North takes the lead, 14-13, and we'll be back with second quarter action in just a moment.
12 News, the only news station focusing on the northwest suburbs every day, is now doing even more to connect you with your community. With 12 News Conversation,
Crime is a concern.
we talk to community leaders and city officials. 12 News Business Beat,
Mark, one of the keys for small
keeping you informed of area businesses. And 12 News Out and About, meeting the people right here in your neighborhood, bringing you the best coverage of local issues, businesses, people, events, and sports. 12 News, every day.
It's a one-point game here at the quarter break, 14-13. Coach Ring up and off the bench. As I have a feeling that we'll see him up and off the bench most of the evening tonight. The Pirates coming in as an underdog at 13-9. And Willis scoring. And Park Center taking the lead once again. Riley swinging it over there for Rubin. They look in for Bannister. Now Riley takes one from the outside. It doesn't go. Bannister with the rebound. Loose ball picked up by Willis, and Park Center's off and running. John Nelson, and it's swatted away.
Foul. Foul on Singleton.
That's his first foul tonight. Nelson at the
Let's take a replay.
Well, every point is going to be important for Park Center tonight.
Jim, we talked about tempo, and I hate to repeat myself. Earlier on, the first 4 minutes of the first quarter, the game was very, very fast, and it looks like the game might have been in the 80s. You take a look at it right now, the game looks like it might be in the 60s. That's exactly where Park Center needs this game to be. It's got to stay in the 60s for them to stay close.
Nelson,
Tough break. Nelson goes in line shooting two and misses both. Too bad.
Bannister swatted it out of there, though, and Park Center keeps the basketball. Inside for Metcalf. Gets out of the paint. Now Willis at the baseline.
Walk, good call. It's a good call.
Terry Willis took a couple steps. (15-14). Park Center with the lead. We're a minute into this second quarter. They throw it in for Bannister, but Terry Willis is there, and Park Center's off and running.
Oh boy, he walked. Good call. Tough break. Tough break. One of the things we talked about every time we've seen Park Center play this year, they do a nice job in their transition offense out of that 2-3. And that was a good example of it right there. Willis intercepted the pass, pitched it ahead to Palomy. Unfortunately, Palomy forgot one thing, to bounce it once. Boy, you really got to convert against a team like North when you get those situations.
Quick look down here, Joe, and now Bannister with the basketball. Rolls around. Palomy.
Nice rebound. Here's that transition we talked about. Nelson slowed it up.
Here's Miller. Mark Metcalf yet to score. Dan Bannister's giving him some trouble.
Dan Bannister's a stud, though, Jim.
Now here's Metcalf. He
Good
gets
move.
the basket. And it's a three-point lead for Park Center. Derek Rubin kicks it back out there. In the corner, Singleton.
Boy,
And Singleton hits from the corner.
that's still a shot I think Park Center won't mind giving up.
See John Metcalf in the lane, off the glass and in.
Not pretty, but it went in. Once again, this tempo is starting to get maybe just a trifle too fast for Park Center.
See number 24 in the ball game. That's John Baker, who has checked in. As Singleton pops from the outside, and Metcalf, the lunch pail player that he is cleaning off the boards on those misses. Backdoor cut, Palomy.
Oh, tough
Taking the
break
roll.
on the shot. Good offense. Got the ball exactly where they wanted to do, Park Center. At the block to Palomy. Unfortunately, the shot didn't go down.
To Singleton.
Singleton with a charge. Good call.
Metcalf drew the foul on Singleton. It's his second. North wants a timeout. They're going to get one.
Jim, right now, Park Center's doing a very good job in their 2-3 zone and blocking out the moment the shot goes up. They're doing a nice job in checking out and blocking out on their defensive end. That's one of the important keys to this ball game. And Metcalf and Palmy and the likes are doing a nice job.
Park Center's missing a lot of shots. The Pirates are really, if they were converting on these shots that they've been having, they'd have a much more comfortable lead.
Well, right now, with 5 minutes left, approximately in the second quarter, we got a 19-16 ball game, favor of Park Center. Park Center will have the ball out of bounds under their own defensive basket. One of the things I think the Park Center coaching staff wanted to accomplish early on was to stay in this ball game and not